to Healthy Cooking for Food Lovers. My name is Marie-France Garon and today we are making a curry. Now this is gonna be the curry my way. Just some ideas that I picked here and there and that I tried a few times and I find it very delicious. So my apologies to all the specialists of the curry, you know, our Asian people or Indian. I know you might have some other ways, but I made it really simple, easy to make for everyone. And I mean, you can always buy a jar of curry paste in the supermarket and make your curry just adding some coconut milk. But what I'm doing is I'm doing my own curry paste here because I find it's very simple, very easy to do. I have some simple ingredients here ready to go. So what we're going to use for our base for our curry here is we have some red chili. They are very hot. I've got 2 chili here and they feel they're really hot, so it's going to be strong. We have some ginger, garlic, and then I have 2 onions here already chopped and ready to go into the pot because those onions will cook for, it might take maybe even half an hour. We want to simmer them. There's already some coconut oil here in our pot. The pot is hot and we're gonna send the onion in here. My onions are really strong as well. I was crying quite a bit when I was chopping those onions today. And so one little tip, when you chop the onion and you start crying, stop there, wash your hands, wash your knife, and go back and continue. That helps. But those onions today really were really strong. So here they are just in the pot while we prepare the rest of our ingredients for our base. And what we want is we want to cook those onions. You see, you don't hear too much noise from the pot here because I want this to cook really slowly. Coconut oil here for today, and so it's gonna brown too much, but we want them to become really soft. It was this Indian chef that I was helping one day to make a curry that gave me that tip about the onions there. So they cook forever and they're gonna soften and really they're gonna become really part of the thickness of the sauce of your curry. So see how it goes. Okay, now we have our onions there cooking very slowly, and we'll watch that pot all the time. It's gonna go for maybe half an hour. Now here we have our chili, and we're gonna put all that in the blender because we want those ingredients to be chopped really small. I have 6 cloves of garlic here. I just kept one just to show you. A little tip here, how to get the skin off of your garlic. You just brush it off gently like that, and then the skin will come off very easy, and it peels off very easy. All off. There's just a little bit here to take off. Voila! So we're gonna put our garlic here in the blender. And our other ingredient is the ginger. And now how to peel the ginger is with a teaspoon. It comes off very easy. We don't have to take all of the skin, even if there's a little bit left, doesn't matter. But see how it comes off very easy, because ginger is all sorts of shapes and forms, and so sometimes it's hard to come there with your knife. You're wasting a lot of it, and I find with the teaspoon is the best way to peel your ginger. We're gonna put all this ginger in, so I'm just taking all of the skin off, and then I'm just gonna cut that end and chop it a little bit because this is quite hard and for our blender, so will help it a little bit. So I'm just gonna work this machine, but I'll show you before I send it in the pot. It has to be chopped quite a while to make it really small. So here we go. We're gonna go and put that to work. I'll save you from the noise and I'll come back to you soon. Now I've got everything in the blender here and it's chopped finely, but what we want to make it is like really like balls. And what I'm going to do is just add a tiny little bit of water. Now your blender will have a little top like that you can open. And I'm going to put just a little bit of water to make... Yes, that's doing what exactly I wanted it to do. So we'll close that and I'll continue to chop it a little bit more with just a little bit of water to make sure that it doesn't stick to the blender. So we'll get back to you soon. The onions are there, they're going really fine, and we keep mixing and stirring a little bit. So our onions are really cooked here. Have a look at this. So you need to really not rush that. They have to cook slowly, but they have to really cook really well. And here is our results of our, that was garlic, ginger, and also the red chili, and that was in the blender. And look, it's all really liquefied here. So this is gonna go in the pot with the onion. So I'm putting all that in. Oh, that chili was so hot. Can't wait to taste. Okay, and now we're gonna add all our other ingredients and send that back just like this to the boil or simmer. So I'm gonna put some bay leaf. There's a big one here, look at this. And so I'm gonna put one more. So the bay leaves, and we're gonna put the curry, of course. So I think at least 1 tablespoon of curry. So big one here, 1 big tablespoon, and we'll taste later and see how it goes. We're gonna put half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Sometimes I prefer the cinnamon stick to simmer in there, but I didn't have any today, so I put the cinnamon grand. Some pepper, salt, of course, some salt, and I will put a tiny little bit of stevia here. Stevia is my favorite choice of sweetener. The stevia plant is 0 calorie, and this is what I use for cooking. I use in the coffee, I use in the salad dressing because it's sweetener and it's got 0 calorie. 2. So all our ingredients are here in the pot for our curry paste. So have a look at this. It's a bit mushy, but this is exactly what we want. But this needs to cook as well. This needs to cook for at least 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Let it simmer on the stove, and so we don't put it too high, but it has to really cook well before we add on our other extra ingredients. So the lid on, because this can really spit out a little bit. It's really thick, so we're just gonna watch that it just doesn't splash everywhere. And I'm gonna of course come here and stir it every 5 minutes or so. Leave it there for 20 minutes at least, 20-25. So here's our curry paste, and it has cooked for half an hour here in this pot. As you can see, it's really thick, well cooked. And what I'm gonna do now first is this. I'm gonna take half of it out here, put it in here. It's about half, and save it for another time because this is really quite strong. And so that's gonna return to the heat. And we're gonna add here some chicken. I like to use the chicken thighs. You can use breast, and some nice big prawns here. And that's gonna go straight in there in the pot. And then we're gonna start stirring that first. We have our vegetables here that are ready already. Everything is green. I'm trying to use the low carb vegetable as well. So we have green beans, we have the sugar peas, which are delicious, some cabbage and some asparagus here. So this is gonna go in the pot as soon as meat and prawns is just cooked a little. While this is all happening, let me tell you about our rice here, and I'm gonna start cooking that as well. So this is our cauliflower rice. Of course, we try to go low carb, so this is just amazing to use cauliflower like that. Just actually, you can buy it already ready like this, or take a big head of cauliflower and put it in your food processor and chop it really fine. But here it is. This is going to be our rice, and it's just going to simmer in just a little bit of coconut oil slowly, just to cook it a little bit. And this is our rice, and we're going to just put our curry on top of the rice, and that should be very delicious. So here we have our chicken and our prawns that are really cooked here with the curry paste. And all we do now is add in our vegetable and a little bit of salt. So all the vegetable go in, and we're gonna let that simmer. I'm just gonna add some salt to this and mix it a little bit, and I will put the top on onto that just to simmer the vegetable for just 3 or 4 minutes, not long at all. So it's gonna be ready very soon, and I'll just lower that a little bit. And here in my other pan, I have my coconut oil, and I'm just gonna throw in all this cauliflower in that pan here, and this is gonna be our rice. So this is gonna just fry a little bit, and of course we add some salt to the rice, the cauliflower, all in. We're just ready to nearly finish our recipe. We're just gonna add coconut milk here and a little bit of chicken stock as it goes, but this is just nearly done. So it's all coming out really nice. We have our rice here, cauliflower rice, cooking. So this will go a little bit longer, and it's nearly ready. And then just to finish our curry, we're just gonna have, I have about just half a cup of chicken stock here. Sometimes I make it as a soup, so then it will be a lot more chicken stock. And then we have a whole can of coconut milk here in, and see how it's gonna all come very nice and thick here. I will let that simmer another 3 or 4 minutes to mix all those beautiful flavors together. Our curry will be ready. So I'll put the lid on here. I keep watching this one, and we'll have a look at the finished results just in a minute. So our curry is ready, it's finished, it's ready to try some. I think it's gonna be hot. Now we have our cauliflower rice. So our beautiful cauliflower rice, it's just cooked in the pan here with coconut oil and salt, that's all. And that's our rice for our curry. Now here we have some chicken and some prawns, and also some beautiful vegetable, all green, and our curry sauce, which is amazing. So here we are, we have our beautiful curry, very easy to make, simple, it doesn't take long, and it is delicious and really strong, spicy. Let's try. let's see. Now I just want to taste that sauce here first. Oh, delicious. Oh, you can taste the chili, but it's quite perfect. I love it. And we've got some nice chicken and prawns here. So voila, you have your curry. Bon appetit.